What's up, everybody? I hope everyone is well. This is probably one of many videos you'll be getting from me today. Um, this first video was really on my mind and on my heart that I wanted to share, and it's to the youth, to the young adults, to the generation under me, which I guess they consider me my generation, Generation X. As a 43-year-old mom of 7, I've said this many times on my channel. I was born and raised in New York City. I no longer live in New York. I'm a New York native now, but I was born in 1980 and I didn't leave New York until the early 2000s, and still been back and forth because I'm less than 3 hours away from New York City and I still have family there. But I'm coming on here to say to the youth, to the young adults, those of you who have parents from my generation, the generation after the boomers, I want y'all to understand that what we try to tell y'all, right, and the wisdom that we try to give you guys is mainly out of love, out of care, out of concern. We had to go through a lot, my generation. We experienced a lot. We saw a lot. We came through a lot. We had to thug it out. I'm going to just say it like that. We had to thug it out. We had to find a way. Our parents did not baby us. Okay? That was the generation that made our generation pretty much have no choice but to be independent and have to figure it out. So what happened with us, Generation X? We had our kids and we sheltered our kids. But we also took a lot and went through a lot to try to keep you guys from going through certain things. So when we give you wisdom and we share different things with you, it's so that you will understand that we went through some things and we're trying to save you from having to go through things. Now, I know that you have to live and learn. That part I know, because experience is always going to be the best teacher. But just like I explained to one of my children, you have a child now. You, as their elder, you want them to listen to you because you have their best interests in mind. So when you say to that child of yours, don't touch that stove, it's hot, it'll burn you. Would you rather for them to say, no, it's not hot, touch it and get burned? Guess what happens when that child goes and touches it and they get burned? They run to their mommy or daddy because now they are in pain and now they need somebody to help them cleanse or fix the wound. A lot of us in my generation, we are tired because we sheltered our children, which wasn't necessarily a good thing. Because we sheltered you guys, a lot of you are book smart and have no street smarts, no common sense. And because we kept you out the street, we put you in a decent homes, we raised you. A lot of you got cars at 16. Most of my children did. I didn't get my license until I was 21. By that time, I had my second child. By that time, I had almost had my second child. Yeah, I had my second child. By that time. By the time I got my driver's license. And I was 20-something years old. And the only reason why I went hard to get my license because I had to move. I had left the state of New York City. And where I moved to didn't have public transportation. So now you guys are driving around. Your parents are still paying your car insurance. You don't even have full-time jobs at 16. You're still in school. Because when you come to these other states, they try to make you feel like because your child goes to driver's ed at 16 that you're supposed to get them a car and you're supposed to be able to pay this high car insurance. And they don't know what your budgets are or what your financial status is looking like or anything. That's neither here nor there. But I'm here to say that when we come to give you wisdom out of love and to share things with you, it's because there's certain things that we don't want you to necessarily have to go through. Like I said before, I understand experience is the best teacher. But when we go through things because we didn't listen, we're trying to break certain generational curses off of you guys. Because eventually the buck has to stop somewhere. There are certain generational curses that come down family lines that have to be broken. And what happens is it comes with humility, humbling ourselves and understand that somebody came before us to try to pave a way. And they saw a lot of things that I didn't get to see. And so they saw those things, and it is their duty as my elders, ancestors, whatever you want to call it, to bring light to certain situations that they experienced, to share with us so that we can see the red flags when they come, stop the enemy at the gate, and break the curse. As a parent, that's what you genuinely want to do when you recognize there's some things that come down your bloodline, whether it's the father's bloodline, the mother's bloodline, either way. There are things that we have to pay attention to because we do not want them to continue, especially if they're not healthy. Understand that your parents had to go through some things to get where they're at. Especially if they're thriving, they're flourishing, they're trying to stay on their own 2 feet. Y'all are the generation to come after us. Who do we have to depend on? Every day I'm like, who's going to be our doctors? Who's going to be our lawyers? Oh my God. Who's going to be the policeman? Who's going to be the firefighter? Because y'all, that generation down there that's after us, don't want to work. Everybody wants the quick money. They want to be on YouTube. Nobody wants to work a regular job or go to school to get a trade, anything. And you can't tell these kids nothing because they have social media, so they're living through social media. Therefore, they think that they have experienced things because they've seen it through the screen. And somebody has told them something, and they run with it. Anyway, I just want to say, if you have parents, grandparents, whoever that's in your life, because the village has not been visible for some time now. But if you have parents, if you have people that are speaking into your life, because listen, nowadays people are selfish and it's every man for themselves. But if you have people that are speaking into your life and they're spending time with you, and it's not that they're crossing their boundaries or crossing their lines, but you know you need them. This is the thing. How you want help from people that you don't want no advice from? If I can't give you no advice, or if you're coming to me and you need me financially, and you want you want to put your stuff on me, you want to vent and everything like that, then you need to be prepared to hear my opinions. I can give instruction, but if you're grown, then you don't necessarily have to take my instruction. I can share my wisdom with you, but you're not going to continue to do what you want to do and then run to mom and daddy for help. You're not going to continue to touch the stove, get burnt, and come to us to wrap your hands. You're not going to do that. So that's something you guys need to understand. You can't be grown and children at the same time. You have to decide that you're going to have resilience. You're going to stop being crybabies. You're going to stop playing the victim. You're going to grow up and you're going to put on your big boy, big girls drawers on, and you're going to do what you need to do to survive the same way we had to. We came through some rough times. Therefore, get the wisdom, get the instruction. Common sense is so far few for the younger generation. And that's why you guys are suffering. That's why you guys are confused. Because you don't want to listen to those who really care. You respect the people that turn their back on you and don't care if you're self-destruction or don't care what's going on. The rainbow riders, the people that only want to come around when things is good, but when you're struggling, you can't pick up the phone and call them. Those are the people you love and you respect and the people that you want to be around. But You don't miss your water till your well runs dry. And eventually, the people that are helping you are going to get tired of helping you, knowing that you're just looking for a cushion. But anyway, take heed. Wisdom is the best teacher. Remember that God is your source. Everything else is just a resource. Even your parents, we are not your gods. When you become adults, you got to go to God for yourself. We had to. Those of us who are believers, we had to. And we still do. That's why we still here. Through the grace of God and our relationship and instruction from Him. And now that you guys are adults, these are the things that you need to be able to do. That's how you stand on your own 2 feet. To the youth and young adults, heed instruction and have a blessed day.